can't help yourself. I'm
It's
just
Friday. Like
oh
I worked
man,
hard all week.
you can't help yourself,
I'm
man.
tired, but I
Tired.
always, this gives me life. This gives me energy. Extra toppings is the way to go on Friday night with me and Darrell, also known as the Truth. We have our loyal followers. Our followers are getting bigger. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us.
What's good, Butterfly? She's tuning in. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, girl. I'm looking forward to your show
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
was about to big up too. You know, let
Yes.
everybody know our very first show will be airing tomorrow
That's my
live
little sis right there.
from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
And it is
Uh,
called
Butterfly Blackout. Y'all
Butterfly
fly is
Blackout.
crazy, yo. I really
That,
like
that yo,
it.
we gotta beats. We gotta. I told her. I
Yeah,
said
man.
your logos
But
are
the female
dope.
show shit is
Yeah, that's
crazy.
crazy too.
Oh
Look
my
out for La Femme
gosh,
coming
man.
soon. You know I gotta have my hand in everything. I gotta be down.
So make sure y'all check that show out tomorrow. First show live. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
But like E said, welcome to Extra Toppings. As we're
Tell
uh,
her from a good side.
we add our our extra flavor flow. We sprinkle it on our way of doing things, topics and stuff like this. But how was your week?
My week was blessed.
Okay.
This has been a trying week for everyone. Just the realization that death comes when you least expect it. We've been grappling with this Kobe Bryant story all week. So without further
Yeah,
ado,
put it up.
let's get to the real, the fact of the matter is I don't care how my week was, I'm still here at the end of the day. So I'm not going to complain. I want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli, Kerry Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Nauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zobayan.
Now I want to lead this up for a second because it's as a black man, this shit pisses me off. And this is how sometimes people do look at different cultures a specific way. Yes, Kobe was the most iconic of these individuals that passed away, but he was not the only individual that passed away. All I'm hearing is about him and his daughter. I don't hear about these other characters. Sorry, I mean to say characters. These other individuals. These other human beings up here with loving families. This man here, it's him, his wife, his daughter.
Who left? They
You know,
left
another
daughter.
daughter. And then you have this other young lady at the bottom, her and her daughter, and Christina and the pilot. There's a lot of individuals that lost their lives, and when you mention Kobe and you mention Gigi, start mentioning these other young men and women up here. Let me hear their names again, E.
Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli, Kerry Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Nauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zabayan. Hmm.
And it's tragic. I understand again that yes, Kobe was the most popular, the most money, but I want us to understand that other people lost their lives, and it's sad that these young kids lost their lives, and one family left a daughter, like we were talking about earlier. So this young lady here lost both her parents and her sister, and she's alone.
Okay, so I definitely agree and understand because once I started hearing more of the story, I said to myself, if I was the Altabelli daughter, you know, I would be saying, I don't want to hear about.
Tired of hearing it.
Yeah, I want my parents are gone, my sister is gone, but I don't think that it's a malicious thing. I think that
It's not, but unfortunately, with black folks, us, we always like to separate, and this is why, in my opinion, I'm not talking about E. In my opinion, why we'll always be separated as far as when it comes to race, because we continue to put ourselves in this situation.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. So when you say black people, it wasn't only black people that were talking about Kobe Bryant dying. So what can you clarify what you mean
What we're
by
saying
that?
is, we're talking about the superstars like Shaq, these people that were crying. These are people that literally knew
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant.
Right.
I met him, I think the week or the month he got drafted. He was up
Hmm.
in Palisades Mall up there in Nyack, and I met him there. Good dude, man. You know what I mean? He showed love. Um, but for those individuals that actually know him, I feel you. I'm rocking with you. You don't know these other individuals.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Kobe, like LeBron, like man, this man just shook my hand last night, congratulated me on passing him, and now the man is gone. Or like the other guy, like yo, I just saw him last night. I literally just saw this person, and now you're telling me this person is no longer here. I understand that. I'm talking about these clout chasing ass motherfuckers on Instagram
Hmm.
who are just looking for followers and views on their page by posting something about the Bryant family. Didn't know the man for Adam. Never met him. Now, I'm not telling you I knew the man. I met him, shook my hand. When he was 17, just got drafted. A lot of years ago. Of course, he don't know me, don't remember me, just another person who said, congratulations. But what we're saying is, you're leaving all these other individuals up here out.
Okay. So, in an effort to explain that I'm not a clout chaser, because I did put a nice little collage of him and his daughter
No, no,
on
what
my
I'm
page,
saying,
but
no, no.
I'm a media person.
Right, but I'm saying these other
But
individuals, like this is, here's what people have to understand. It took a lot in me to post the better man thing about Kobe. I fought over and over and over again about posting it because we opened the show up with that.
right,
But it was just like, we're our media. I'm not saying we're CNN, we TMZ, but this is
right.
what we do. We've been doing this for years. So I have to do it. So I did it. And I just said, especially with the Man Show, once we got some more information,
Right.
I wanted to come back about this.
And you're right. And I feel like as a media person, I should have been more uh not as focused on just Kobe Bryant and his daughter, but I should have included the rest of these people. So I'm glad that
Well,
you
you
know
did.
you
Here's the thing. I don't want you to get down to this because that's why I'm gonna cut you up because I ain't gonna let you do it. Because by the time the information came out about all these other individuals, you already had posted.
thank
But what I'm
you.
saying, as far as individuals, like let's give shout out to Michelle. Michelle's one of the first ones I saw. She put a photo up of everyone. So shout out to what's the definition of love? Like
Oh,
she
she's
put
so
the
lovely.
collage out of every individual that lost their lives.
Hmm.
And since this has happened, I've still seen people keep posting
Right.
more, but they're not including everyone.
And that's
And the
gotta
information's
be
out now.
yeah. And collectively as a whole, there's so many different ways to look at this situation, but you cannot deny the fact that a lot of people have been touched by. If you have 9 people,
Well, you have problems with mics all of a sudden. I'm gonna
if
call your husband and shit. Hey, you good?
he doesn't want this too close to my mouth, okay? Like only one thing can go there. So I think he subliminally just did that by his mind.
Hey, strong will, strong mind.
Get that mic out of your mouth. um, uh, Imagine 9 times everybody has somebody, a number of people in their family. This has really touched a lot of people. So, it's just our emotions. It's, just selfish. It is a little bit of selfishness.
Well, it's not. Here's the thing. Again, like I said, we don't know these people, and when you are a media outlet, I don't care how big or small you are. If this is what you do, then you have to be objective.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
for the meanwhile, while there wasn't information about all these other wonderful people, then yeah, knock yourself out. I even saw somebody all of a sudden now they want to sell Kobe apparel. I'm like, these motherfuckers here.
Wait, did you see though the guy who got the Kobe Bryant jersey tattooed on his back?
Yeah, I saw a whole bunch. I'm like,
Hmm.
but it's the thing. Like I said, I understand you're a big fan. Like I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan, but I don't care if the man passed away tomorrow. I'm not getting that man tattooed nowhere on me. I
But
don't know him.
LeBron's tattoo is
But
dope.
yeah, it's just fine.
That's
But
that
again,
yeah.
you knew him. You played
Right.
ball with him. You know what I mean? You just shook the man hand. Like you really know this man. And people will say like, oh, people always want to compare LeBron to Mike or that. You
Mhm.
can't. You got to compare LeBron to Kobe. That's his generation.
Yeah.
Just like Kobe sat there and talked to Mike and asked Mike questions, LeBron did the same thing to Kobe. He didn't ask Mike. He asked Kobe. That's who we look. That's his generation. That's who he played against.
What do you take from this tragedy?
This tragedy, I take again, and I give a shout out to the all. What's going on now is where they're trying to get every single helicopter to get terrain warning systems.
Mm.
So what's going to happen with this is this tragedy is going to save other people's lives.
Okay.
For those individuals who own helicopters or want to purchase or want to ride in one, from now on, a lot of these helicopters are going to have this a warning system because this is what people are going to ask. All right, well, I'm going to helicopter. Oh, well, do you have that? No. All right, I'm not riding that. I'm gonna ride one that does have it.
What's your speculation on why there were other helicopters grounded that day and the pilot decided to fly?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Just like the Aaliyah thing, and
That's
I hate to
exactly
compare
the same
the pilot
thing
told
to me.
Aaliyah
It's the same thing to me.
too much weight,
Right, and she did
and
it
her
anyway.
being and them forcing that guy, and it
Mhm.
never even made it off the fucking runway. It made it like right off the good
Right,
runway, it just
right.
pretty much went straight down. So what I need professionals to understand, like on my job, I can stop anybody, whether it's PSC&G, outside contractors, walk in my facility. If I see them doing something unsafe, I
Mhm.
could shut that workplace down. You are not allowed to do work if you're not doing. That's how serious the organization I work for takes
Mhm.
safety.
Right.
That I could like. Here's the thing I tell you: the company I work for is the owner just made $13 billion. I ain't gonna say his name. All right, he just made it in 2 hours and he bragged about it. All right. One of his site managers got walked out the fucking building. We're talking about
For
someone that's making about $200,000-300,000
mhm.
got walked out the building because of safety, failing to do safety rules. I'm going to the butterfly real quick. She said, "I take away nothing. It's just another tragedy. It's happens, and truth is right. Lives will be saved." Thank you. Um, More what I want to put up about this, and we're going to start our show. Again, is I want to give these other fallen victims
Mhm.
their time to shine, for people to understand them and know them and go look them up and find out more about their lives. And especially this man here in the middle who was part of the Pirates organization.
Mhm.
And, you have a lot of the baseball players who knew him were talking about him and how great of a person he was. So I just want to open up people's mind to these other individuals who lost their life, but not taking anything away from Kobe and his daughter losing their lives.
No, I take the fact that I have a 12-year-old who's about to be 13 in October. And, of course, you look at your children and you say, oh my goodness, like, you hug them tighter that day. And, it lasts for a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, like Emmy said, I wouldn't say that it's just another tragedy. It's one of these tragedies that we will not forget about. But it lets us know how powerless we are in certain areas of life.
And how much power we actually have. Now, a lot of stuff could have came out for everyone posting and sharing and showing videos of Kobe rapping and stuff like that. I love that. I have nothing against that. But don't forget about everyone else.
Yeah.
So, hearts and prayers go out to every individual who actually knew them and were actually touched by them. And I do want to say this. I want to say fucking shame on TMZ.
Oh, yeah.
fucking shame on Harvey and your whole fucking entire team for these fucking families to find out about their loved ones dying via your fucking platform and not the proper authorities who know how to break something like that to the family, trained professionals, not someone who's just looking for a couple of extra fucking $1 million to add to pad. And it's not the first fucking time you've done it. Shame on you.
And on that note,
All right, let's get it started. Let's do what we do here. We're gonna have some fun, like we always do. But I want to give it one more time. All right.
yeah.
All right, so we got some good topics, and it's what we do. But we're talking about media and media scare and everyone dealing with different things. We're going to talk about this fucking coronavirus. And what I love about the coronavirus,
You love it?
no, I love the memes. You had a person who had a bunch of Heineken bottles.
Because I was gonna say, why
With a mask over
That's
it.
the only beer that I like to
Yeah,
drink.
because it was a couple of Heineken bottles
Yeah.
with a breathing mask over it and one Corona bottle. I fucking hit the floor.
I saw a video of people eating bats eating bats. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. What I wanted to put up about this is we want to try to, get a lot of the myths and situations out.
But have you Googled? Can it be caused by eating bats?
I had it out and I apologize. It got lost because I looked up so many things and it broke down about the facts of
Right.
the actual virus. But I do want
And
to
it says nothing about bats.
no.
And you're lucky because your woman is in media and on our channel too. We're family. So, but it's very, annoying when your partner thinks that you just want to be on your phone and you're trying to. I always say, babe, I'm looking up stories. I'm not just on Instagram. Like I'm an information Miss Pac-Man. Like I'm eating up these articles. Like, oh, do I want something like that? Do I want something like this? So it's all for the love of media and information and trying to give information that people need, babe.
Absolutely, man. You gotta understand that. But she is always on her motherfucking phone too much. So I'm gonna cover you on that one. But I do want to say this. I do believe this shit was created in a lab. And why I say things like this, people have to understand. You can't tell a trillionaire he's gonna be a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always about that. I remember the Mark Zuckerberg's movie, and they talked about how the real owner from Victoria's Secret, once he sold it, it was worth a couple $100,000, and then a couple of years later, it's worth 500 or whatever, and he kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to money, people don't fuck around. And here's what you have to understand: we're living in a country that will let you die because you can't afford the medicine.
Right.
That's how much America fucking loves you.
But this is in China, so what makes you think?
You think?
Oh God.
Here's the thing: a couple of people have been tested, whatever, but right now it's just hitting over there. But
It's here.
What you do have to understand is this:
The first case,
of course, it was gonna hear sooner or later.
Yeah.
But here's what you have to understand from a business standpoint. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
may not be true, but I believe it is. All right. Here's what you understand: if you want to cripple a nation
Mm-hmm.
and their supplies, because people understand, China makes shit cheaper than everyone. This is how they
Right.
always stay on top. So whatever it is you're
They're
watching,
trying to kill
China
the
got a
Chinese
cheaper
off?
version of it. So if we
Oh,
know
shoot.
someone has a big outbreak, so which means everything is grounded: planes,
Right.
product,
Yeah.
food. So everything that comes from China can't come here now.
No more made in China on everything.
Well, I'm saying it can't come here right now because
Right.
it's a big. All right, we don't want no infections.
And thank you for that.
But
I'm not mad.
wouldn't that be a way to
It
stop
was so
somebody?
funny. I saw a couple of Chinese people at the bus stop with masks on. I'm like, we need to have masks. Why you got a mask on? Like, for real? I'm just saying.
No, I feel you. So
And I'm not a racist.
nah. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to cripple somebody financially, how
Yes,
do you do it?
yes, 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 yes.
And the
Absolutely.
people who are, and this is why I say this, when we got hit with 9/11, which is one of the most tragic things, one of, because people keep forgetting about the fucking Civil War and other shit. But
Uh
one of
huh.
the tragic things that's happened to the United States, you understand, the American flag, people who produced the American flag, profits went up 4,000%.
Mhm.
So it went from that to, oh, you have to, if you're a true American, you have to show American flag, buy American flag, bag something with the American flag on it. Next thing you know,
Mhm.
sales go up. So if you
Right.
really wanted to cripple a nation financially,
Mhm.
so if you prevent, which you can't go nowhere without seeing a made in China.
Right.
So if you wanted to cripple them, wouldn't you do this?
Yes. It's called chemical warfare.
And again, I tell people this: the moment something's out, there's already a fucking cure. Just like when AIDS came out, the government had to approve it to be more of like, okay, say it's a part of your welfare, Medicaid, whatever now,
Mhm.
so it's more money. So when so many people die of something, the scare is out there.
Well, what makes me, because I don't really necessarily like to agree with you a lot of times. Sometimes I'm forced to agree with you. I mean, sometimes you make a little bit of sense.
Just a little bit,
Most
once
of
or
the
twice.
time you don't. But I'm here with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with you. But one thing that makes me think that you might be right on this one is that when you read the fact that this coronavirus has it's included in SARS, which came out years ago, and MER, which came out years ago. How do all of a sudden these viruses that at certain times there's just an outbreak, right? How all of a sudden is there this new virus that incorporates all of the old ones that we thought were dead and gone and by. So of course they had them somewhere.
We call
They
it
put them. They put them now. They put them together
right.
and now created a new one.
I
So yeah,
always I
I think
always
you
say it
might
from
be
this
right on that.
standpoint. Um, Remember, in those who are less fortunate, and I've experienced this, we have leftover night, where you just put a bunch of shit together,
Yeah,
and your fucking that was in your refrigerator, and you put it together. So you
yeah,
take a bunch of these motherfucking diseases
yeah.
that was hanging around, you put it together, you create something new, and people, fear is a profitable thing.
Yes, I'm
So
gonna read all the. Go
good.
ahead.
All right. So it says, what is the new coronavirus? It
Mm-hmm.
pretty much attacks the respiratory system.
Yes.
That's pretty much what it is.
It is a
All right.
large family of viruses that cause illness ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as pneumonia, SARS, and Middle East respiratory syndrome or MERS.
But here's the scariest thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
How does it spread? And the very first answer is we don't know yet. How the
Well,
fuck you want to? Is that something you want
no,
to
it
hear?
doesn't say we don't know how it spread. You can get it from someone else, coughing.
Well,
If
I mean,
you,
just simple things, but we still don't know if it's airborne. Is it? What is it?
it's definitely airborne. But see, I'm of the idea that yes, it has something to do with eating bat because it does say that it can be transmitted between humans and animals. In rare cases, it can spread from animals to people. And we're not eating all the stuff that these Chinese people eat.
You go
And
to a
I
Chinese
told my
restaurant.
kids
You
last
go to a
night because
Chinese
my
restaurant
daughter
every
wanted
day.
some. She wanted some Chinese food last night. I said we are not
That's fucked up.
eating Chinese
But
food for a very long time, and not because of the food so much.
but it
We
goes back
don't
to what I
know when
said.
somebody was in China and when they came here.
But it goes back to a lot of. Here's the thing: what people understand about Asian people, they only support their own. They only drive their vehicles.
Right.
They only shop at their distributors. So again, if you wanted to cripple a culture, finances, You make people scared
And
to purchase
I
it.
hate to say that I don't feel bad because
I mean,
I
no.
don't. I don't.
If you're worried about your life and stuff, like I feel you.
No,
I'm
and
still
it's
gonna
not
order
just
my
that.
fucking wigs.
It's just like, they're never gonna buy my DVD or
Oh,
my
absolutely.
book.
They don't
They're
support you
never
at all.
gonna support me.
Absolutely not.
But I go and and I really
But that's
very
just like the hair.
rarely do I buy Chinese food.
That's just
but
like
I'm
the
just
hair.
saying, the hair.
You know what I mean? They're
I'm
running.
so glad.
There you go.
Although some of you may be saying, "What the hell is wrong with her hair tonight?"
That looks great.
I
Don't worry about
explained
it.
last week that I get my hair done on Saturday mornings, but I feel so free. Like I don't mind that I'm having a pretty bad hair day. And I refuse to continue to put money in somebody's pocket that won't even walk down the street and say hello to me. Like
Absolutely
I'm
not.
so glad that I just
Well,
threw fear to the winds and just chopped it off.
it's like I said before. What people understand, they won't even put your money in your hand.
No, they won't touch you.
So
They'll
it's
drop
what I
the
tell people.
change
Right. So what I
in
tell
your
people all the
palm.
time, the best way to affect someone is financially.
Yes. So,
All right.
hey.
So another scare.
Yeah, I've been winning for long enough.
Should you travel while this outbreak is going? And here's another funny thing: CDC and the State Department has a high alert for traveling.
It's not me. It's this.
Is
thing.
this? We'll fix that. But it's a high alert, so no one wants to go anywhere near China.
No.
No continent, no state, no town. You won't go nowhere near China right now. So again, that affects the economy.
Do you know where I won't even want to go near right now?
What?
American Dream. I'm scared to go. My kids are talking about, Mommy, I want to go to American Dream. And I know that there's a lot of attractions there. But Iran is not playing with us. And it's called American Dream. Like, I'm here to tell y'all, because don't say I didn't say it. You know how you think about something and then it happens and you're like, I was just thinking that. I'm letting y'all know. Be careful, because I think that American Dream, I'm not trying to put anything bad out there in the
Sounds
air.
like it,
But I'm just saying, I'm scared to go to the American Dream. I
I
feel
feel
like
you.
if they're looking for, they went to the Twin Towers because that was a tourist attraction. American Dream is like a new billion-dollar industry, million-dollar industry. I gotta pray on it because I want to go, but I'm scared.
Well, but here's the thing: what I tell people at the end, it's your life. You only get one.
Yeah.
So it's not like that old cat said, "Hey," or Jumanji. I got 2 more lives left. No,
That's
it doesn't happen. So if you're worried about something, hey, I feel you.
I gotta believe my gut. They say listen to your first thought.
So go to number 4.
Okay.
Should you buy a mask or is it good? There's no evidence saying that shit can actually look. All right, and the best way I can tell you about masks is this: look at those individuals who were wearing masks when they knew about asbestos and still wind up catching cancer.
Well, I think you put the mask on too late. You already had.
Well, no,
the
I'm talking about
problem.
people who wore it once everything was out. People who didn't go in went in now with respirator masks and still wind up getting cancer. So would these little rinky-dink paper towel shits stop you from catching a fucking virus? No, motherfuckers. No.
Well,
But
they
if
said
you need
wash
to
your
feel
hands,
better,
and so do you think if
washing
you wash
your hands. Here's the thing: people laugh at me because I don't touch doorknobs.
Yeah, you're one of those.
Yeah, I don't touch doorknobs. And if you
What
shake
are
my
those
hand,
people?
I'm antibacterial.
OCD? You have
I'm not
OCD?
OCD. I just know people are nasty. People dig in their nose, they cough, they sneeze, they dig in their
I'm
ass, they
digging my
scratch their
nose
balls.
all the time,
But it's
and
just
I
more than
flick
lines when
my
I tell
boogers.
people, you need to. I walk my pocket right now, my jacket. There's an antibacterial shit. So after I wash your hand and I do it, don't get fucking offended. I just don't know where the fuck you been.
Yeah,
I don't know. Even if it's not even you. What about someone else you dealt with?
that's right.
I seen many motherfuckers come out of the bathroom from taking shits and not wash their motherfucking hands.
Mm-hmm. And that's salmonella poisoning right there.
Just saying.
I'm just saying too.
Just saying. So I want to tell people this. There will be a cure that will come out eventually. But unfortunately, we are in a world that is driven by finances. We're in a world that's driven by greed, not profit. at the end of the day, these people care more about themselves than they do you. And I give Obama credit on one of these quotes he said when he was trying to become president. He was going against McCain, and he said McCain don't care about your insurance because his is paid for, and that's true. His shit is covered. He good.
Right.
Government got that good old motherfucking insurance.
I mean, but look at McCain. He's not here anymore.
Well, I feel on that, but at the end of the day, he wasn't worried about your insurance because his was covered.
And it still didn't matter.
But it's just more lines of.
Because listen, I'm going to tell you this.
What?
I left my teaching job in 2015. I just got a job in 2019 in December. And I'm going to have insurance soon in like 3 months. I'm so excited. I'm going to all the doctors I can go to.
Every sneeze. Oh, shit, I got something.
But throughout those 4 years that I didn't have insurance, I'm like, I mean, I'm all right.
Well, here's the thing about insurance. It's the greatest con. And this is what I tell people all the time.
I don't think you should only have to pay if you have to use it.
Well, my thing is this. You're going to pay me just in case some shit happens. And if shit don't happen, I'm still going to keep your money.
I should get my money back.
And then if something
At
does
the end
happen.
Of the year, you should get reimbursed.
Well, you should get something back, yeah. But just think about this thing. If something does happen, I'm still going to fight you to pay your bill. I'm going to make you jump through hoops to get your medication. And I'm only going to cover certain parts of it. But you've been paying me for 50,000 years.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. So on this coronavirus, I want to tell people this. Be careful. The only thing that has been proven to stop this and a lot of the other shit that's out here is constantly washing your hands.
Yeah, you got to wash your hands.
Constantly wash your hands. My son is one of the funniest, like, he getting to me, this motherfucker will put shit down, wrap shit around his hand to open the door and then pick it up.
He got that from you.
But, right, that's what I'm saying. You have to be very, very careful. And I always say, because you have no idea what a person has done before they walked up to you, before they communicated to you.
Mm-hmm.
So be very, very careful about shit like that. Just put it out there.
Okay.
Be careful.
Yes, be careful, people.
All right. So he brought this to us, and it's a great thing, and I love to see things like this. And let us know about this, gentleman. Eve.
All right. So, we like ratchet TV. We like drama, tragedy. But haven't we had enough this week? So I got the bright idea, because I'm a bright woman, you know what I mean, to have a good story for once. I mean, I think that from now on, we should try to throw a nice story in between all the mess that's going on in the world. So I want to salute and celebrate 21-year-old HBCU football player who just launched his dessert company. And his name happens to be Colby. Not Kobe, but because it's so close to Kobe, and I saw this hate that Kobe got after he died, I saw the story, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Because the people that were happy that Kobe died are the people who are threatened by our greatness. At the end of the day, Kobe was a great person, and they can't stop our strength.
I'm the wrong one to go with that. I'm the wrong one with that pro-black shit.
From the slave ship, we survived.
That pro-black shit you trying to push?
Me and Lonnie Love
are
going to have a
fuck
show
her ass.
one day.
You sit her ass the fuck down somewhere.
I'm here to say, I want to tell y'all.
Yeah, give us a story.
And don't get off now, because I'm talking about something positive. See,
no,
that's the problem.
No, this thing, but I will say this. I want to take my hat off to him for one, he's young.
Yes, he's 21 years old.
What it's telling you about this situation, this is a man that is not only just young, but he has knowledge. I don't give a fuck. I tell you, I give a fuck about the color of his skin. But what I see is a 21-year-old man with knowledge.
Well, determination and motivation is what I call it. So, Colby McNeil, founder and chief culinary officer of Sweets in a Jar LLC, has launched an on-the-go homemade dessert company based in Little Rock, Arkansas, while excelling in academics as well as athletics. See, that's the part that I like.
I feel you, Butterfly. She said, are they good?
I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think anybody can outbake I just jacked on her, and I'm gonna get it. But I don't think anybody can out bake a minority because we had to. People had to understand why minorities love pork because that was the only shit we were allowed to have.
Right.
We had to make chitlins taste fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we turned a negative.
We know how to take nothing and
make it taste delicious.
magnifico, magnifico, magnificent.
Well, I mean, just like I did repost it. Sorry to get cover it. I did repost it. The fact of how maxi pads and shit like that got invented. It was a black woman.
I didn't know that. They gotta use tampons though. But anyway. So Colby has been working hard to grow his business, and this student athlete phenom turned entrepreneur who went to school on a full football scholarship has quickly become known as Cakes because of his imaginative spins on tried and true sweets. Now, this is the thing, and yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I like being in trouble for some reason. Did you see the other night the basketball players who had a fight?
No, I didn't see it.
And one of them said that the other one has feminine tendencies, and he's always on the court like switching throwing his head back like he has hair. And I'm like, the LBGTQ
I have no idea.
community
Too many letters.
is going to come for him on that.
I don't know why, because you know me, I don't think lesbians exist.
Yeah, we're not going to get that.
But I say this. In sports, homie, I don't know the player's name because I didn't know about the story.
Yeah,
there's a lot of locker rooms where you took showers at, the niggas was looking at you like you look like a piece of fucking cake.
I'm so appalled. I mean, I didn't know it was in basketball too.
Butterfly, the alphabet people.
I mean, football, we know they smack butts, and we know which court
here's the
just
thing.
did. What's his name? What's his name?
Which one?
That smacked the cop. We talked about him last week.
I don't know.
He smacked the boy in the cop in the butt.
Well, I don't remember the name. I forgot.
He has the same name as a soccer player.
Oh man, I would have to do that. I didn't know about that.
I'm find it.
But I said this. I've always been the guy that never took a shower in locker room after the games, and I don't care. Maybe it's because I was fucked with as a child, whatever. But I never felt uncomfortable about taking showers about another bunch of grown ass men. And
is that because you're secure in your manhood?
No, it's that I don't like men. Like if you want, here's what I tell people: put me in the
Odell
shower
Beckham.
with a bunch. Yeah, who?
Odell
Beckham. Oh, that nigga
Remember?
bisexual. He bisexual. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah, because he smacked the cop on the butt.
He smacked a lot of them niggas on the ass, but it's just more lines of. I tell people you can't be shocked about it, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody that happens to want to be with same sex. I'm just saying this. It exists.
It does exist.
Here's the thing. I think this is just as unique as women fighting to be inside the men's locker room to watch swinging dicks. Because they fought for the right to walk inside the locker room.
I'm not going to say nothing.
But I'm saying as a husband, your wife is a reporter. Right. And I don't give a fuck what you packing. There's somebody in that locker room that make you look like the littlest dick in the world.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying, like from a man perspective, you okay with your wife fighting to watch swinging dicks?
You're not seeing the dick swinging.
Yes, it is. Them niggas still be butt naked when them ladies be in there.
They do?
Yeah. They just come out the shower. That's why you see them huddled in one little location. Those cameras never pan in a locker room. You ain't never noticed.
I'm not, don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Those cameras never pan in a locker room.
You good.
They be crammed up like sardines. Good, you know what I mean? So
I mean, to all the women, don't listen, because y'all want no problems with me.
But again, to this wonderful gentleman here.
Yes. Let's get back to the topic.
All right. Did you finish reading?
I'm finished enough.
All right.
No. In kindergarten, Colby asked his parents for an Easy Bake Oven and a football. See, if he just asked me for the Easy Bake Oven, I'd have been like, why you want an Easy Bake Oven? But if he asked me for the football too, I'll be like, make sure you bake some cookies in the shape of footballs.
I will say this. There are a lot of men in fashion that there are not gay, homosexual.
Yes, true.
There are a lot of them out there. And unfortunately, you get labeled that if you're a man and you're in fashion, then you have
Yes.
to be
And if you're
a homosexual,
cooking,
right? If
yes.
you're cooking or
Baking. Not
whatever,
cooking, baking.
So for this gentleman, I don't know what his preference is, but at the end of the day, I don't care. If he puts out great product or great tasting product at a great price, that should all be mattered. But Blackout says, and his parents didn't make him gay. I say this. I say this. You're people that love both sides of the spectrum. It just is what it is. I don't think you're born that way and all this other stuff.
You don't think you're born that
No,
way?
I just think it goes up with your experiences because a lot of the people that are gay is dudes been fucked with as a child.
I think that there's a lot of ways you end up gay, not just one.
Right, it's not just one. I mean, it's things you could like. Because like I said, there are people out who like both. Because if you're fucking a nigga in the ass, it's still a hole.
That.
Still a hole. You like holes.
Tank said if you suck dick, you're not necessarily gay if you only do it twice.
Well, shit, we have another story on that.
I mean, we got a whole.
Well, it's just more lines. If you partake in that willingly, then yes, you're into men. That's why I put the word willingly. But I will say this from a business type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to fall in a lot of problems or issues a lot of minorities do run into. And what you have to understand, it's all about units. And you have some businesses, which is why Walmart and Amazon are as big as they are, because they can buy a metriton or they can buy 500 million units or a billion units, which is why they can get it for pennies on the dollar or less than a fraction of a penny, where as far as someone else who doesn't have that, they might want to sell it at higher cost. Or unfortunately, when a minority gets a business, the first thing we want is a hook me up black man type situations.
All right. So aside from the fact that his name is Colby, like Kobe, I wanted to do this story to have a positive story as well.
Absolutely.
But I also wanted to ask the question, what makes the difference between a winner and, I don't want to call anybody loser, but there are losers in the world.
Are they?
But what makes the difference? Yes.
See,
What makes the difference between a winner, let's say a motivated person, and a not motivated person? Because look, his first business was selling sandwiches so that he could buy a moped.
he got a business mind. And
Yes.
I will answer that to you.
That's what I'm saying.
I think a loser is when you give up. That's
Yes,
when you lose.
that's right.
You can't succeed. Everybody's saying you stop succeeding when you you stop trying to. I forgot. I'm jacking it up, but it was a great way someone put it. And I think you become a loser just when you stop trying to succeed. There are many times that you fail over and over and over again, but when you give up, that's when I say you're a loser.
But some people never even try.
Well,
And
you
I
have some
think you
people
have
who
to
don't wanna
have
go
that
through-
in you. You have to have it. Well,
you have to have the fight or the
Right.
drive in you.
And
you have some people that don't have it. That don't
Yeah.
mean you're a loser. And that's why another comparison is there are some Chiefs and some Indians. You have some people that are just more comfortable doing one specific thing. And
Right.
it's not that they're a bad person.
no,
but
that's I don't want to call them.
you have a lot of
losers.
people who
There's-
are just like, all right, let's put it just from a man perspective. You have a lot of men that are walking around here liking women, but don't have the courage to approach a woman because they're scared of hearing that word no. Or you have those women out there who really like a guy, but they're waiting for that guy to approach them because they don't want to hear that word no.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. The
And
worse
all
a
he could
person.
do is say no. And
Exactly.
You can move on to
Hold on.
somebody else.
Hold on a second. No.
Yeah, like
Lightning
all
didn't
right.
strike. I'm
I'll
still
be
here
right
talking to you live.
Ooh.
I didn't die. You know what I mean?
No, and you missed out.
You missed
Like,
out.
Yeah, you don't
missed
know
out.
what you missed.
I think unfortunately we stump our growth. We stump our happiness. We stump a lot of things that can bring us happiness because we're scared of that word no. Okay.
It's a part of life.
Right,
You're going
and
to get
now-
a bunch of no's before you get a yes.
And a lot of times you're just meant to learn. And I always say, oh gosh, it was a movie out a long time ago. I forgot the name of it, so I'm not going to compare it. But that may not have been the person you were meant to be with. And there's a person out there that looks better than that person that you actually want to be with.
Yep.
That is actually better than that person you wanted to be with because they're actually going to love you and care for you
Actually,
the way you
will.
deserve to be.
Yes,
and
everything
need
you
to
asked
be.
for and dreamed about and prayed for, you can get it. Just don't give up.
All
I'm
right,
a
so
witness.
Butterfly says, I don't care. I don't want to hear no, especially when I'm talking to a guy. Well, here's the thing why I'll say this. You're lying to yourself. And I love you to death. You just joined
Wait,
the
she
team.
said she doesn't want to hear no,
Right.
so she's not gonna approach a guy.
Well, it's just, some people just don't want to hear it.
Who wants to hear it? Nobody wants to
But
hear
it's just
it.
more lines. No makes you a stronger person.
It certainly does.
Because for those people who are heavy into church and you're heavy into that, it's not when you want it, it's when it's supposed to happen.
Hallelujah.
That's
and
not
that's
the person
not
you were
funny.
right.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
when
that's
I
not the
break out
person you're
into
supposed to
the happy
be
dance.
with. You know what I mean? That's not the person you're supposed to be with.
No, it's not.
And because you're not asking the right questions, you're stopping yourself from being with the person. There are a lot of times.
Wouldn't you rather somebody say no than to play with you and say yes and then have you
be
all
fake and phony
open
and
and
shit,
you
right?
all calling
And
and
then eventually
stalking?
gonna fuck over you because
Yeah,
it's
like,
not
nah,
who they were. Their true
I
nature.
thank you for being honest. If you tell me, I'm not ready, which most guys don't do. They will try you out first.
They still want them
even
draws.
though they know
They
that
still want
they
that
don't
draws.
want it like that,
They
like
still
you
wanna-
want it. Yeah, and they'll pretend. So
Absolutely.
it's better to get no than
Right, than to
fake
have
yes.
someone play with your heart and your feelings or whatever.
Absolutely.
So I want to say to this gentleman, I want to say congratulations. And I want to say this is another gentleman who started off selling sandwiches. For those individuals out there who started off selling 25-cent cups of lemonade, a business is a business. As long as you're making a profit, that is a successful business. Not everyone. Cause here's the thing: you think Bill Gates thought no, and let's say he stole from Xeon. We already know that shit. But at the end of the day, this is someone who broke down all the barriers and did everything within his power to be successful. This nigga's driving a fucking millionaire minivan, people. You know what I'm saying? You had the owner for Facebook shopping at fucking Costco's to try to save not too long ago.
But see, that's what we need to get. We need to understand that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That people. Here's what I say. You've seen $1 million in your lifetime.
I know I have.
You have. It's passed through your hands.
Definitely.
But what you don't understand is you need to learn how to maintain $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. You have to learn how to maintain it. It's not just because it's in your hand you spend it. Okay.
See, my thing is,
Right.
like for Christmas, I bought both of my daughters TVs for their room. Right?
Okay.
The TVs were $100 and maybe $20 flat screen TV. Not too, not big enough.
Yeah. Right.
They have Roku TVs. They can watch anything. They can upload. They can whatever they want to do.
All right. Roku TV. Stop it, people. Just buy a Fire Stick. It's cheaper.
The TV was only $100.
No, I feel what you're saying. You're saying it. Yeah, you're good.
Remote, and it could go to Roku. It got Hulu. All
Got
that
everything on it. Yeah.
And I don't have to pay any extra money because I have internet.
There you go.
So all I'm saying, like my dad, he's like, oh, you bought two TVs, $100 is a lot of money. This is a man who hit the number for $250,000 when I was in my mother's stomach. I'm not gonna tell y'all when, but just know that when that was that time, that was a lot of money. Okay. But now he's looking at $100 like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I'm telling him, no, that's not a lot of money because even if I didn't buy the TVs, that $200 would have went to groceries. It would have went to something else at the same time. I wasn't going to get rich off of it. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You say, what can you do with it? My thing is, it's not going to make or break me, which is probably why I'm not rich right now.
I would say this, and we're gonna get out of here. Again, it's just more lines of learn how to maintain it. Learn, and it's crazy because I had a conversation with my son because I give him money every Monday, and it's his job to make it last. In the beginning, it was hard as hell for him, and now he got it. And now it's even to the point that he's saving some of that money just to put to the side for when he wants to buy something. This is what you have to learn to your salespeople. You have to learn to make your money last. Just because it's in your pocket doesn't mean you have to spend it. So if all you have is $100 in your pocket for the week, All right, spend 75. Put that 25
Budget.
to the side. Budget.
First of all, I
Grocery
always
shop.
divide it up to 7 days. I'm like, this is how much money I can spend every day, and some days you spend a little bit more, so the next day you got to spend a little bit less. But I have to, celebrate my daughters who, when we are not having any money, they will wake up and say, "Mommy, let's go. We're going to sell CDs and books and DVDs and books." So they got it.
Straight grinders, straight grinders.
Right.
So again, shout out to you and all those other individuals out there who have that mentality, have that grind mentality. Any last words before we get out of here?
See y'all next week. I might have my hair done.
Peace.